Don't sleep with them. Don't cook for them. Don't clean up behind them. Don't invite them into your space. Date them all and may the best provider win. And the only men that have a problem with this are the manipulators, the narcissists, the compulsive liars, the men that want you to provide for them. Look, keep your options open. And to the women that say, well, I can't juggle 5 men at a time. You were dealing with a complete narcissist. This man had 5 different personalities. Every day you woke up, you see a different version of this man. You can date a different man every day of the week. Stop giving 10 years to men that don't value you, 5 years to men that don't value you, giving your body to men that don't value you, and then having children by these men. Date them all.
And remember, the more that you love yourself, the more that he's going to love you. The less time that you spend on him and the more time that you give to yourself, the more time he's going to want to give to you. Be busy, stay busy, don't call him, don't text him.
What's up, beautiful people? Welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In case you are new here, my good name is Jan Yanzi. Today we are going to react to some of the viral TikTok videos which has been giving a lot of attention on the internet of women begging other women not to do anything for men. I don't know what you think about that. You can leave your thoughts down below. Give the video a big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, and credit belongs to the creators of these short videos. I'll be back with more commentary.
Stop listening to men what they say they want and start paying attention to what they actually respond to. So, for example, a lot of guys say that they want a woman who can cook and who can clean. However, from personal experience, men are most attracted to the woman who invests the heaviest in themselves, not the woman who invests in them. You'll even notice it in the common compliments that men will give you. Wow, I really like your outfit. What's he saying? Me taking care of myself. He's complimenting how I'm taking care of myself and how I'm styling my look. Wow, your skin is really glowy. Again, complimenting me on how I'm taking care of myself. Your hair is so shiny. Me taking care of myself. Your body's so fit. Me taking care of myself. You're so intelligent. Me taking care of myself. Notice how none of these compliments are about what I can do for him or for others, but how I invest in myself. Consistently investing in yourself, focusing on yourself whilst also putting yourself out there is quite literally the key to effortlessly attracting men.
According to the male psyche, when you do something nice for a man, he is thinking, I am so amazing because you are doing this for me. What in the delusion? I'm going to say it again. If a woman does something nice for a man, he doesn't think, wow, this woman is amazing. He's thinking, I must be so amazing because she wants to do that for me. When I heard this, I was like, are you serious? Because if someone does something nice for me, that reflects nothing on me. That means that they are amazing, not I. So if you needed any other reason not to do anything special for a man who doesn't deserve it, because you're just inflating his ego. The only time that they will actually see you for the value that you are is when you take care of yourself. This is confirmed, by the way. I have a girlfriend who made a meal for her boyfriend and he turned back and said, what did I do in a past life to deserve this?
Here's a list of things that I was stupid enough to do for a man before, but I will never do them for a man again, and I don't want you to do them for a man to start with. I will never, ever cook for a man. I mean, if I'm cooking for myself anyway, and you just so happen to be there and you have contributed to groceries and you're going to clean up afterwards, then sure, you can have some of whatever I'm cooking, but I'm never again going to intentionally cook for a man. I'm tired. I'm fucking tired. I was married to a man who wanted dinner by 7 every single fucking day, and I don't have it in me anymore. I am 90% girl dinner all the way, order this, pick up that, but cooking, no. Maybe for your birthday, but even then I'll probably just order something. Number 2, I'm not accepting mistreatment from in-laws ever. I've told women this a bazillion times. If their parents don't like you and they're not willing to stand up for you, you're doomed. That relationship is not going to work and you're going to be miserable trying to make it work. Listen, I totally understand that you can cuss people out and tell people where to go and you're not going to put it up with anybody's shit. But if your husband's not willing to stand up for you, you might as well hang it up because he ain't got no backbone. Plus, we're all adults. Treat me with respect if you want respect. The next one is try to be the cool girl. No, I am not okay with you going to a midnight ballerina club. No, I don't want to sit with you and talk about how big a woman's ass is. No, I fucking don't want you to have a work wife. I wish a nigga. I'm going to judge you based on who you are friends with. If you are friends with a bunch of broke ass, bummy creeps, then I'm just going to assume that's what you are as well, and I will not be around you anymore. There's this quote that says, "You are the sum total of the top 5 people you spend the most time around." So if you spend the most time around losers, then you're a loser. I will never give a man money. I made this mistake when I was younger, when I first met my abusive ex-husband, and he would always ask me for money to buy lunch. Listen, if I'm able to provide for myself and 2 children, you can provide for yourself as well, okay? This one's going to be hypocritical, but I will never date a man who has kids. No, I don't want a blended family. No, I don't want to watch your daughter while you run and play basketball with your friends for 15 hours. No, I don't want to get to know your ex-wife. I don't want to do it. I'm antisocial. My kids are going to be the only kids in the relationship. I said what I said. I'm never cleaning up after a man. I don't even clean up after my son, so I'm not doing it for you. Wash your own clothes. Clean the fucking kitchen. If you piss on the toilet seat, then wipe the goddamn toilet seat. And if I go to your apartment and that shit's dirty, yikes on bikes, you ain't gotta worry about me no more. Because what do you mean you're a grown ass man and you're living in filth, waiting for some woman to come play maid for you? I will never allow a man to make fun of me. I'm sorry, when it comes to me, I have no sense of humor. I can laugh at jokes from South Park and Family Guy. I have a very immature sense of humor. Sometimes I have a dark sense of humor, but when the jokes turn to me, oh, you got me fucked up, sir. Next thing is, I will never date a man who has absolutely nothing going on for himself. You go to work, you come home, you go to sleep. You go to work, you come home, you go to sleep. You go to work, you come home, you go to sleep. I mean, read a fucking book or something. Learn how to knit, plant a garden, anything. I'm going to need you to be an interesting person, and you're not going to be able to feed and siphon off of my personality and just mirror that shit back to me. You're going to have a personality and interests of your own. I don't want the time I spend with you to be like watching paint dry. Next thing, I would never date a man who didn't like to travel, because 9 times out of 10, the reason why those men don't like to travel is because they owe child support and they can't get a passport. Hope this helps somebody. I once dated this guy and I asked what's a place he's always wanted to travel to before, and he went off on this rant about nobody wants to explore the United States of America anymore. Nobody wants to stay inside the USA, and long story short, he wound up owing several $100,000 in child support. So he couldn't go anywhere even if he wanted to. I will never be financially dependent on a man again. I made that mistake with my abusive ex-husband, and I see women giving up their independence and just treating it like it's just, oh, it's totally fine. No, it's something we need to take seriously. You could wind up in any number of situations where you would regret that decision. Yes, I love when you pay for dinner. Yes, I love when you buy me things. Yes, I love when I mention that I want to do something or that I want to go somewhere, you make it happen. But I can also do those things for myself, so you can never hold those things over my head or threaten me with taking those things away from me. And if something happens to you, or if I don't want to be with you anymore, you can never make me feel bad like I'm going to lose something, because I'll just pick up where you left off. Next thing is, I will never let a man triangulate me. Again, my abusive ex-husband would do that shit to me. If you think that woman is so attractive, if you think that woman is so great, if you think that woman is so much more better than me, then please, by all means, go be with her. Next thing, I will never let a man talk negatively about my body. Been through that in an abusive relationship. Never again. Men who do stuff like that are usually addicted to things they shouldn't be watching, or they don't have a real idea of what a woman's body is actually supposed to look like in real life, or they're trying to strike a chord, but it's probably a minor, so they think everybody's supposed to look like a kid. At our big ages, if you don't know that women have fupas and butts and stretch marks and cellulite, then I don't want to talk to you. Plus, a stripper once told me none of that shit really matters when it comes down to it anyway. Lastly, and let me know if you want a part 3, I will never forsake my friends for a man.
I'm literally begging you to do nothing for men. Men do not want you to do anything for them. Don't justify it by saying men say they want this and say they want that. Your romantic life will change drastically when you understand this one very important concept. Stop listening to what men say they want and start paying attention to what men actually respond to. And in this video, I'm going to break down what that concept actually means, how you're going to implement it in your dating life, and how you're going to use doing nothing to get the response from men that you actually want. We're going to start off by discussing investing in yourself, because I promise you, once we connect the dots around this concept, everything for you will start to click and everything else will make sense. Men are the most attracted to the woman who invests the heaviest in themselves, not the woman who invests the heaviest in them. Let me break down this concept so it makes more sense to you. Let's think about when a guy approaches you at a party or at an event, what he actually is saying when he's saying how attracted or desirable you are. He'll say things like, wow, you're so beautiful. What is that speaking towards? How you take care of yourself. Oh my God, your skin is glowing. How you take care of yourself. Oh my God, you're so intelligent. How you take care of yourself. Oh my God, your body is amazing, so tight. How you take care of yourself. Notice, everything that a man would likely compliment you on is a compliment about not how you invest in other people, not how you invest in him, but how you invest in you. So when we understand that concept, then we have to understand that your value is really placed in how well you can consistently invest in yourself. And focus on investing in yourself while putting yourself out there that will allow men to be attracted to you. This is why I say stop listening to what men say they want, because they'll tell you that they're most attracted to the girl who can cook and clean the best for them. They'll tell you that they're most attracted to the girl who can wash their underwear the best and who does this for them and does that for them. But in reality, what they respond to, what they're attracted to, what they'll compliment you on is the fact that you invest in yourself so well that you have a glow. That you invest in yourself so well that he was attracted to you, he felt your energy from across the room. So I want you to stop thinking about attraction as it relates to what you can do for men. And I want you to start thinking about attraction as it relates to how much more can I do for myself, and focus all of your time and energy on doing for yourself. And then subsequently after that, putting yourself out there, which just means going out, doing things. Doesn't have to be to a club. It could be to anywhere, to allow your energy, your glow, your investment in you to attract those high quality men. Next, this is going to sound kind of weird, but I want you to stop calling and texting. Now, this is a plague. It's a virus that will take over your mind, and I'm here to ease your mind. Understand, once that man has your number in his phone, has your contact information, that means if he's not sending you a message, if he's not asking you out, if he's not checking up on you, if he's not calling or texting you in any capacity, that means it's an active choice.
I was talking to my guy friend yesterday, and we were discussing this notion that a lot of girls don't want to build with guys, because really often you see guys who are broke build, and the girl will build with them, and then he gets successful and leaves her for like a younger 24-year-old. She invested and wasted so much time, and now she's older in the dating market, starting back at square one. At first, he didn't really see where I was coming from. His perspective was more like, well, if I don't build with a girl, then I'm not sure that she's going to be with me for anything other than my money when I'm successful. So let me try to explain the female psychology for girls who think like me. So I kind of have two pillars of thought when it comes to this. First pillar is that I feel like a lot of guys, when they're broke, they don't choose their dream woman. They pick the girl that fits their current lifestyle that they can, like, quote unquote afford. Then when they reach success, they finally have like this ginormous pool of girls who want them, and they kind of get their pick of the litter. Now they can go for their dream woman. And by the way, I don't think every guy's like this. I'm well aware that there's many guys that blew up with their girlfriend or whatever, and that is the person they stick with forever. I think this really comes down to the fact that it's a personality trait. Are you a cheater or not? Is it your character to cheat and seek novelty or not? I recognize that. So the other pillar of thought that I have when it comes to this is that I feel like the guys psychologically don't want the woman who watched him struggle. I think they want to, but I think the guys that are still starting at zero and are building, they don't like who they are. And so when he reaches that level of success, he's always going to tie that old version that he's trying to escape to that woman. I think there's a lot of guys out there that don't want to be seen. I think a lot of guys want to be seen for that post glow up self. Want the woman who sees him as like this hero, who sees them as like this manly man. Not saying that a girl who builds won't see that. If anything, she actually might. She might respect him a lot for what he went through. But I think this has a lot to do with men's ego, and so many of these guys just don't want a woman that's seen that side of them. Again, not every guy. I am totally aware of that. And so when you combine these two main reasons, for me, it's not about gold digging or finding a guy that's super successful. To me, this is risk management. I don't think that most of us will be able to accurately assess how a person is going to change when he gets power and success. You know, a guy who's making 80K versus a guy who's making 800K, they don't have the same temptations, the same self-control battles, the same access to women. Their values might even change once they reach a certain level of success. There's not really a way to predict this. You can look at character, but people change a lot when they get power and money. And I don't want to be blindsided. I want to date somebody who's at his finished, stable state, who's already experienced some of this temptation and experienced a level of success. I also don't want somebody who's super successful, like very much at their peak of their career, because I think those guys also have a different psychology that I don't want to have to deal with. I'd rather meet somebody who's somewhat experienced success and is still building and working towards something. And I have no problem holding somebody down and like building with them there. But I need to see that they've already experienced a level of success where I know that they are kind of who they are at this point. And I need to know how they react and how they've behaved with all this new access that they have to women, to money, to power. I think at that point, a man's identity is a lot more solidified.
I bring absolutely nothing to a man's life. I bring nothing to the table. I was married for 22 years. I left it all there. I will not cook for you any night of your life. You have kids? Great. Can we pretend like it's flowers in the attic? I don't want to see them or hear them. Got a mom? I don't want to meet her. I'm not doing your laundry. I'm not cleaning up. I'm definitely not digging you out of debt. I'm not cheering you on in life. You're an adult. Cheer for yourself. I did all that and more for decades. I have nothing left to give. Quite honestly, I probably shouldn't have given it at all to begin with, because look where it got me. Divorced. At this stage in the game, post-divorce, adult children, no man wants me. I'm nothing more than just a warm body. That's it. Just over there in the corner, a warm body. I don't ask for anything, and I give even less than I ask for. So really, what's the point? We can just look at each other, take up space in the same house. The only real benefit I see is sort of like a in-person life alert.
I cannot relate when I hear stories of women talking about how men have played them, how men have used them, and it's just simply because I'm useless. I make myself absolutely fucking useless to men. What do you have to gain by making yourself of use to a man? You don't get a paycheck for that. You don't get a promotion. You don't get no benefits. You don't get anything by proving that you're useful to a man. All you get is a man. And men readily make themselves available. So even if you no longer have that man, it's not like there's not another one around the corner waiting for you to pick them next. This is why when men are like, oh yeah, you're not the prize. You damn skippy, I'm not the prize. You damn skippy, I'm not the prize. You're never winning me over, sir. You're never fucking winning me over. Because I don't have anything to give you to prove to you that I am the prize. I don't want a man to think that I'm the prize, because in order for him to think that I'm the prize, it would mean that he would have to see utility in me. Baby, I'm never selling utility to a man. I'm never selling usefulness to a man. And that shit is repellent. The moment that I prove that I'm useless, I don't have to worry about them problems. I'm happy with the fact of being useless and being single, because I refuse to make myself useful just to be in a relationship. Men don't provide a good enough experience in a heterosexual relationship for me to want to make myself useful to them. They don't. So that cooking shit, that cleaning shit, that emotional availability shit, that sleeping with them shit, all of that, you know, doing things for the male gaze. Baby, I got a full sleeve of tattoos. I got a full sleeve of tattoos and a nose ring. I never wanted to be useful to y'all motherfuckers. I never wanted to cater to how I'm supposed to look to get y'all's approval. I will never value a man enough to the point where I would try to prove my usefulness or my utility to him. Absolutely fucking not.
So let me tell y'all why I will not do shit for another man ever again in my life. So I'm sitting here, I'm journaling before I get ready. I just woke up, y'all. And when I'm journaling, I'm thinking about a motherfucker, a man will have the audacity to look you in your eye after he's taken everything from you and say, I never asked you to do that. After he's drained your life force, your bank account, stolen years of your life, the motherfucker will look at you and say, I never asked you to do any of that.
I don't believe a real man should utter such kind of words. I never asked you to help me. After sacrificing so many years, after sacrificing your time, your energy, your resources, and everything to help build together, you thought this is something you are building together, but for him, he just wanted someone to help him build his empire.
If you want him to fall, don't do nothing for him. And never give him 100% of you. If you want him to stay that way, if you want him to stay on his own damn toes, that's what you have to do. I keep trying to tell y'all to for real have a life. It's not a joke. Do something. Do something that you love, and like to do. Forget him. So if he's coming to you, can we talk? We need to talk about you. We need to talk about us. I don't know why you don't call me, you don't text me. Every time I want to take you out, you cancel the date. What is your problem? If it's somebody else, let me know. See, he's getting emotional. You want him to be like that. I'd rather him be like that than you. Because if you're acting like him, he don't like you. You like him more. You love him now. Now you falling for him.
Women have given their views as to why they think women should know nothing for men. Sometimes I blame the men in those women's life. A lot of traumas, betrayal, working hard together to chase goals, and what happens after you chase the goals? You get betrayed. It's really sad to try to build something with someone, and when the empire or when the business picks up, the person tells you, I did not ask you to do anything for me. And that's how you can see the ladies are feeling the the bitterness in their hearts for what has happened to them. So for me, I'd say the best thing for any lady to do is focus on yourself, pour more into yourself, love yourself, look good every day, work on your body, focus on your career or your business, do some hobbies. I believe when you work on yourself, the right person, universe will align you with the right person. Disclaimer, it's not every man who you'll build with and they'll betray you. It's not. We have seen some people building up from scratch, making it in life, making a lot of money, and they are still together. So it's not everyone. Just a few people here and there trying to spoil the game. Let me know what you think. Do you think women should do nothing for men in 21st century?